I'm Savita Valsang and welcome to my channel Statistics Made Simple. In this video, in the method of least squares, we will learn fitting of an exponential or a logarithmic equation. Let me now introduce the form of an exponential equation or a logarithmic equation. So starting with fitting of an exponential equation, let y equal to a into b to the power x be the exponential equation which is fitted to the time series. Here, y denotes the values of the variable and x denotes the different time points. Now there are two constants a and b, and hence we will require two normal equations to obtain their values. The first normal equation is n log a plus log b summation x is equal to summation log y, and the second one is log a summation x plus log b summation x square is equal to summation x log y, where n is the number of observations. So these two normal equations are important, and practice them so that you remember it. Now the two normal equations are solved to get the values of a and b, which are substituted in the exponential equation to obtain what is called as the fitted exponential trend equation. And by substituting the values of x in the trend equation, the corresponding trend values can be found. Problem 1. The sales of a company in lakhs of rupees for the period 2011 to 2017 are given below. Estimate the sales figure for the year 2020 by fitting an exponential equation. In the first column, the years are 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, 2016, and 2017. The corresponding sales are 32, 47, 65, 92, 132, 190, and 275. Now, the first step is mark the years as X and sales as Y. Under the table, write solution. Now, write given n is equal to 7. That is, the number of years which are given are 7, and 7 is an odd number. Now, in the table, 2014 will be the middlemost year, which I have highlighted in pink color. Now, to fit an exponential equation, we will need the four columns as shown in the table, and which are formed in pink color, that is log y. Then we need x, x square, and x log y. Starting the solution, write let y equal to a into b to the power x be the exponential equation. The two normal equations are the first one, n log a plus log b summation x is equal to summation log y. Second, log a summation x plus log b summation x square is equal to summation x log y. Now let us go back to the table and I'll explain the calculations which are done. So log y values are found, which is 1.5051, 1.6721, 1.8129, 1.9638, 2.1206, 2.2788, and 2.4393. Keep in mind to take four places after the decimal after rounding off, and summation log y is equal to 13.7926. Now, to find out the x values, we use the formula x equal to deviation from the middle year divided by h, which is deviation from 2014 divided by h, where h is a difference between the years, which implies x is equal to deviation from 2014 by 1, or x is equal to deviation from 2014. So let us find out the x values in the table. So x is deviation from 2014. So take the first year 2011 subtracted from 2014, you get minus 3. Similarly, 2012 minus 2014 is minus 2, and continue in a similar manner. You get minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. So summation x is equal to 0. Next, find out x square values, which is 9, 4, 1, 0, 1, 4, 9, which gives summation x square equal to 28. We also need x log y. So multiplying the x values with the corresponding log y values, we get minus 4.5153 minus 3.3442 minus 1.8129 0 2.1206 4.5576 7.3179, and you will get summation x square as 28. Summation x log y is equal to 4.3237. Next, substituting all these totals in the first normal equation, we get first one 7 log a plus log b into 0 is equal to 13.7926, which implies 7 log a is equal to 13.7926, which implies log a is equal to 13.7926 divided by 7, or log a is equal to 1.9704. Now our aim is to find out a. So we get a is equal to anti-log of 1.9704, which gives us a equal to 93.41. Now substituting the totals in the second normal equation, we get log a into 0 plus log b into 28 is equal to 4.3237, which implies 28 log b is equal to 4.3237. Log b is equal to 4.3237 divided by 28, or log b is equal to 0.1544, which implies b is equal to antilog of 0.1544, which gives b equal to 1.43. So the first subdivision, therefore, the fitted exponential trend equation is yc is equal to 93.41 into 1.43 to the power x. Second subdivision, to estimate the sales for 2020, x will be 6. So consider y 2020 equal to 93.41 into 1.43 to the power x is equal to 93.41 into 8.5509, which gives the estimate for 2020 as 798.74 lakhs. Problem 2. The population figures in crores for a place are as given below. Fit an exponential curve and estimate the population in the year 2021. Also find the trend values and plot the estimated and trend values. In the first column, we have the years as 1971, 1981, 1991, 2001, 2011, and the population values are 10, 13, 17, 23, and 30. Now the first step is to mark years as X and population as Y. Then write solution below the table and write given n is equal to 5, which is odd, and the middlemost year in the table is 1991. To start with, let y equal to a into b to the power x be the exponential equation. The two normal equations are the first one n log a plus log b summation x is equal to summation log y. Second, log a summation x plus log b summation x square is equal to summation x log y. Now x is calculated using the formula deviation from the middle year divided by h, which is equal to deviation from 1991 divided by 10, where 10 is the difference between the years. And doing that, we get the x values in the table as minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, which gives summation x equal to 0. Then calculate the log y values, x square values, and x log y. So log y values are 1.5051, 1.6721, 1.8129, 1.9638, 2.1206, which gives summation log y equal to 6.1831. The x square values are 4, 1, 0, 1, 4, which adds up to summation x square equal to 10. X log y values are minus 2, minus 1.1139, 0, 1.3617, 2.9542, which gives summation x log y equal to 1.202. Now substituting the totals in the first normal equation, we get 5 log a plus log b into 0 is equal to 6.1831, which implies 5 log a is equal to 6.1831, or log a is equal to 6.1831 divided by 5. Therefore, log a is equal to 1.2366. A is equal to antilog of 1.2366. Therefore, A is equal to 17.24. Now, substituting the totals in the second normal equation, we get log A into 0 plus log B into 10 is equal to 1.202, which implies 10 log B is equal to 1.202, or log B is equal to 1.202 divided by 10, which implies log B is equal to 0.1202, or B is equal to antilog of 0.1202. Therefore, B is equal to 1.32. Now, the first subdivision. Therefore, the fitted exponential trend equation is yc equal to 17.24 into 1.32 to the power x. In subdivision, the estimate for the year 2021 when x is equal to 3 will be, consider y 2021 is equal to 17.24 into 1.32 to the power 3, which is equal to 17.24 into 2.2999. Therefore, y 2021 is equal to 39.65 crores. Next is to find the trend values. The trend values are obtained by substituting different values for x in the fitted exponential trend equation. So when x is equal to minus 2, yc is equal to 17.24 into 1.32 to the power minus 2, which gives 17.24 into 0.5739, or we get yc equal to 9.8940. Similarly, when x is equal to minus 1, yc is equal to 17.24 into 1.32 to the power minus 1, which is 17.24 into 0.7576, which gives yc equal to 13.0612. In a similar way, when we substitute x equal to 0, we get the trend value as 17.24. When x is 1, we get the trend value as 22.7568, and when x is equal to 2, we get the trend value as 30.0389. Now in this slide, I have formed a table with the trend values and the trend values which will be used for plotting purposes. So the trend values which we obtained were 9.8940, 13.0610, 17.24, 22.7568 and 30.0389. For plotting purpose, I am taking only one place after the decimal after rounding off, which would be 9.9, 13, 17, 22.8 and 30. Now let us plot the histogram, that is the actual values and the trend values. So on the x-axis, I take the years from 1961 to 2011, that is 1961, 1971, 1981, 1991, 2001 and 2011. On the y-axis, the production in crores are taken as 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Now, corresponding to each year, we need to plot the actual values. So, corresponding to 1971, mark the value 10. For 1981, mark 13. 1991 is 17. 2001 is 23. And for 2011, it is 30. Next, to plot the trend values corresponding to 1971, mark 9.9. For 1981, mark 13. For 1991, mark 17. For 2001, mark 22.8, and for 2011, mark 30. So now the histogram, that is the actual values, those points are joined by straight lines and are highlighted in green color. Join them and mark it as the histogram. The trend values are marked in purple color, and these points are joined by a curve which is called as the exponential curve or the trend values. Then on the top right hand side, write the scale, that is x-axis 1 centimeter is equal to 10 years and y-axis 1 centimeter is equal to 5 units. Problem 3. Fit an exponential curve to the following data. The first column years 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009 and 2010. Production in crores are 7, 10, 12, 14, 17, 24. The first step is to mark years as X and production in crores as Y. Then below the table, write solution given n equal to 6. So 6 here now is an even number. The two middlemost years are 2007 and 2008, which I have highlighted in pink color. Starting with, let y equal to a into b to the power x be the exponential equation. The two normal equations are, the first one is n log a plus log b summation x is equal to summation log y. Second, log a summation x plus log b summation x square is equal to summation x log y. And x is calculated using the formula deviation from, it is the arithmetic mean of the two middle years divided by h by 2. So it is deviation from 2007 plus 2008 divided by 2 whole divided by h by 2, and h is the difference between the years, which is 1. So you get x is equal to deviation from 2007.5 divided by half, or x is equal to deviation from 2007.5 divided by 0.5. Now, going back to the table, you have to calculate the log y values, which are 0.8451, then 1, 1.0792, 1.1461, 1.2304, 1.3802, which gives summation log y equal to 6.681. Now, to calculate the x values, take the first year, that is 2005, subtract it from 2007.5 divided by 0.5. So you'll get minus 5. Similarly, 2006 minus 2007.5 divided by 0.5 will give minus 3. Then you have minus 1, 1, 3, 5, which gives summation x equal to 0. The x square values are 25, 9, 1, 1, 9, 25, which gives summation x square equal to 70. And x log y values are minus 4.2255, minus 3, minus 1.0792, 1.1461, 3.6912, and 6.901. And you get summation x log y equal to 3.4336. Substituting the totals in the first normal equation, we get 6 log a plus log b into 0 is equal to 6.681, or 6 log a is equal to 6.681, or log a is equal to 6.681 divided by 6, which gives log a equal to 1.1135. You get a equal to antilog of 1.1135, therefore a is equal to 12.99. Substituting the totals in the second normal equation, you get log a into 0 plus log b into 70 is equal to 3.4336, which implies 70 log b is equal to 3.4336, or which implies log b is equal to 3.4336 divided by 70, which implies log b is equal to 0.0491, which implies b is equal to antilog of 0.0491. Therefore, b is equal to 1.12. Therefore, the fitted exponential trend equation is yc equal to 12.99 into 1.12 to the power x. I will now explain some of the merits and demerits of the method of least squares. Firstly, the merits. This method is highly efficient as it involves a mathematical equation. You have seen that we have made use of a linear equation, a quadratic equation, as well as an exponential equation. Second, this method can be used to forecast the trend values. Third, this method can be used for further statistical analysis. Fourth, in this method, the trend values can be obtained for all the given time periods. The demerits of the method of least squares. Firstly, the method is difficult in terms of calculations as compared to the method of moving averages. And second, if any year is added to the given time series, the whole procedure has to be repeated from the beginning. As I come to the end of the time series chapter, we will now discuss some of the uses as you will be able to understand these points much better. Firstly, it helps in planning and forecasting the business activities. Second, it helps in understanding past behavior and it will help in estimating the future behavior. Third, comparison between data of one period with that of another period is possible. And fourth, we can evaluate the progress in any field of economic activity. Thank you so much for watching. And as we come to the end of this chapter, I would like to state that work hard until the lamplight of your study table becomes the spotlight of your stage. Look out for my next video on vital statistics.